Hi, how you doing? You ever notice with some of these paintings the way they just follow you around the room? I couldn't have a candle in a skull, so I've got the next best thing here. I've got a brain in a jar. Now there's probably a lot better things you can use this thing for than decor, but here you go. That's what I'm using him for right now. Here I am in the Thaumcraft room. I've got marker things set out around here with some jars, which I'll whack essences in later on, and they will feed the table here for when I do magic. All the spare stuff will come from the alembics over here, which as you can see have some stuff floating in them right now. Now if you can hear some whining noises in the background, that's because I'm currently in Australia. It is absolutely stinking hot. I've got a couple of fans set to ludicrous speed just to make it bearable. Yeah, we've got an aircon, but chews the power like crap, and the one I've got only does one room, and it is really noisy. Anyhow, I've been doing a bit of stuff besides expanding this. I really love these Zycraft blocks. Torches aren't, the candles aren't really necessary because you won't get mobs spawning on this stuff apparently. But hey, it really does look the part, doesn't it? The ambiance is right there. Love it. You can't stick them on the wall, unfortunately. You seem to have to be on a flat block. Have you actually tried these things on fence posts? So I might have to try that. Well, getting a bit hungry there. Anyhow, I've been doing a bit of stuff around. Nothing much out here. I used a filler to get rid of a big rubber tree out the back here, as you can see. So yeah, I cleared that area right out there, and yeah, I'll probably do something with that later on. These aren't really running at the moment. I've got plenty of peat and all the wood I can eat. I've been playing around with the power situation downstairs, and as I said, I got that system that I spoke about working. Now you notice I've got a double ladder here. That's because I kept having a lag spike when I went to step out on this, missed it, went on to the second one and fell to my death. Probably about 18 times, I suppose. It was really annoying. Oh, hello, we've got a pig man over there. Wilson the turtle is currently charging up over there. How's this going? You're stopped again, aren't you? Not that it really matters. Work. Okay, nothing actually in there at the moment. We got a pretty good amount of lava in here in our massive tank. As you can see, this particular system is switched off at the moment. Oh, the roundabout system is switched off. There's still just a little bit of netherrack in here, netherracking away. You see I've only got one motor in there because I used the other two for this other system. Here we go. Get around here. As you can see, I've got one magmatic engine here, magmaticking away. And we'll go through and have a look at the rest of the system over here. Obsidian pipe. Wonder what that's for. Ready to jump. Oop, out of it. What is going on with those guys? Got a spider on me for some reason. He's just a little one, won't eat much. Righto, here we go. Now I don't have a chunk loader in here, so that is something that I am going to have to rectify. As you can see, every time I come into the nether, the pump starts off going down again. So I'll have to get that chunk loader in here. This reservoir does stay reasonably full though, and that helps kickstart the system every time I come in here. Now I'm probably going to drop this floor by one and half slab it, just so I stop getting these pigmen in here because they're just annoying. I picked up most of the cans when I was in there, and once again the engine stops. Work, damn you. One good thing about having nice hot weather here, remember, do not hit these with the wrench because you will turn the machine around and stuff it up. One good thing about living in Queensland where I am at the moment is it's mango season, and yeah, I've just been eating those suckers like there's no tomorrow. Love mangoes. Been drying a heap to send overseas to my daughter who's currently in Japan, and yeah, and just to eat. If you've never had dried mango, I advise you to try it because they are really, really good. Okay, as you can see, we have the lava being pumped up over here, sent out through this tank here. Now, I don't really need this tank. Oop, get out of the way, wall. I don't really need this tank. It could just go through, but as you saw, every time I come in here, can't get to me, can you, little bugger? Those things are really, really painful. As you can see here, this does take a bit of time to drop down, and so this reservoir just keeps me kicked in with lava as I need it. Lava gets pumped over here. Do I really need this to be so big? I don't really know, but I needed a gap between the portals. I knew there was a word that I was looking for. As you can see, they're being filled and shot out. Gold pipe basically shoots the can into here, so it's got a bit of a momentum when it comes out the other side. At least I think that's the way it works. When you go through this portal here, you basically will come out. You come out where I went in. When you go in either of those other two portals, you come out here. That's just the way they seem to work. I tried shifting these around numerous times. In the end, I just went with it. This one opens up into the other one. This one is separate. So when you go in through that one, you come out in through either of the overworld ones. You come out here. But if you go through this one, you come out the other one, which is the way we're going to go. Okay, that's all full. Now, there is some sort of chunk loading happening in the overworld. If I stay here long enough, cans will start coming through here. But we don't need to. So, back into the overworld. Hopping out. Now, as you can see, we've got an obsidian pipe here being powered, which means it sucks up items in a 3x3 area. Doesn't seem to affect these pigmen, unfortunately. Takes the full cans over to here, and then the system empties the cans, pumps it into the tank. Oh yeah. And this engine seems to stop every time I go through. Where are we? Yep, there we go. Nice. Gotta love that. Now these things seem to be smart enough. Not 100% sure whether this thing will just keep running through all its stuff once it's actually finished emptying the cans out. As you can see, empties the cans, takes them back over here, and shoots them back into this portal over here. And as I said, coming through here, either of this portal or the other portal, you will come out through this one, through this one's opposite in the nether. Wait, I don't want that. No. Q, get over there. Beauty, that should do it. Righto, Wilson is happily charging away here. As you can see, well, he's got heaps. I don't think you need to be there anymore, Wilson. You can hop into my turtle bag. Oh, I have this sentry turret, which I had a bit of fun with, as long as you set it pointing away from yourself. Let's see what the pigman thinks of that. Oh yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, I love that. Oh yeah. And that gives me a gold nugget. Yeah, they're a lot of fun, those things. Sentry turret, you'll find the recipe in the NEI. They're pretty simple to make, but a lot of fun. Anyway, that's the power situation sorted out for the moment. I can use that. I will pull all this down once that netherrack's gone, and basically discombobulate this whole system, and probably end up, once I get a couple of chunk loaders happening, I'll probably whack a few more of these on, and start some matter fabrication. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. Okay. Now I've had a bit of a shortage with minerals and stuff, various ores. I really love the way these half slabs play with the light. Oh, hang on, what's going on with my roof? Oh, that's right, I built some stuff up there. You notice there's a relay here. That basically, you can throw a stack or half a stack of ore in there, and it will go up into this system, which I've got on the roof. Mostly automated, I should say. Now, all this stuff comes from a mod called factorization. This is a solar turbine with lots of mirrors around the outside. They are very simple to make, just silver ingots surrounding a glass pane. And this thing takes a little bit more effort to make, as do all the engines and stuff in factorization. First item, batteries, fairly easy to make. Grinder, not very easy at all. That is probably the most difficult part and expensive out of the whole system. Grinder, here he is right there. Check that baby out. Diamond cutting head. Yep, diamond shards. Now I've actually got 2 of these diamond cutting heads, so I can make another one later on, but the motors aren't that easy either. They take an awful lot of lead, magnet, which takes more lead. They, insulated coils are lead around a clay block. So as you can see, these things take an awful lot of lead and silver to make up, but once you get this system into place, it is really, really good. This is sort of semi-automated. I've done as best I can here. At the moment I've got this peat engine working away here. You'll see why in a sec, but I'll take you through it. That relay downstairs basically chucks items straight into the grinder, stack at a time, which is why I use that rather than the Buildcraft pipes. Okay, now in here you see a mess of pipes and crap running everywhere, but it's actually very, very simple. You've got the grinder over there, which grinds the stuff up and puts the dirty gravel into this mixer. I've got 3 buckets in here because that's as many as the system will handle at the moment, and I've chucked some gold pipes into the system to make it operate a bit faster, and I'll show you how it all works in just a second. So this grinds it up, mixes it up with the water, gives you clean chunks, I think they're called. Clean chunks, yes, and sludge and an empty bucket. Sludge is all going into this barrel here for the moment. As you can see, I've got a few, I've been doing a bit of cleaning here. Empty buckets go through the diamond pipe here over to this liquid transposer, which is sitting on top of an aqueous accumulator with a water source block around it. That basically refills the buckets very quickly. The peat engine just provides power, and I want to change that out. Now, as I've got a red power battery over there, which is running a sorting machine up a bit further, I'll get onto that in a sec. I'm thinking I might be able to use one of those engines, the red power engines. I'll have to see how that works. Rightio. The clean chunks go across here and into this slag furnace, I think it's called. Doesn't really call it. Where is it? furnace. Yep, here we go. Slag furnace, that's the one, which is just two furnaces on top of each other with a bit of cobblestone around. Now what this thing does, it will take those clean chunks and turn them into reduced chunks. Now the reduced chunks are basically pulled out of here and sent on their merry little way via the sorting machine into these crystallizers. Now the crystallizers require heat, one of these heater blocks, which you can't interact with actually, but as you can see there's two of them here. One is heating the slag furnace and the other ones are just heating these crystallizers. Now I may in future be able to get another one in here into this system, but I'm not 100%. I don't really need it. Basically there's one crystallizer per ore type. You can see here this one is using the tin chunks. Now this is the problem I've got. I can get the stuff in here via the relay, which gives you a bit of a buffer, and I like to have that. But you also end up with this massive number all going into the top one and nothing much else going in anywhere else, which is a bit of a problem, but nothing that's insurmountable. I've just got to be up here and basically sort those out. As you can see, it's not really a fully automated system because you've got to come up here and do this. But basically every 20 minutes this thing will spit out about 5 crystalline chunks or more, depending on where it's at. Silver and lead are probably just about due for a refill, so I'll do that in a second. Gold, lead. Now, I don't really need the lead anymore, but it's a byproduct of the silver, so you've got to do something with it. So hey, why not cook it up? It's not taking any extra power. Copper. Now basically this entire system, when you put ore through this entire system, you pretty much get 3 ingots for every ore piece, which is really, really good, and that's why I'm doing it. And I think you may even get more than that. But it does take quite a while and a lot of resources to get going, as you can see here. Now, we'll run some more silver through there, just so you can see how the system works. Okay, over here, where are we? Silver, yeah, half a stack. I don't want to put any more than half a stack in because it'll probably overload the system. So I chuck my silver ore in here and thunk, the entire stack gets ripped up by the relay out through the roof there. And there is a little bit more to this inside, but I'll show you once we get up there. Now I've got this huge bank of batteries here because obviously this thing only works during the day, and at night you still want this thing to operate. So here we go. Takes a little while for the grinder to spin up, and then it starts grinding the stuff up, and you get these dirty chunks. Now that will be sucked out of there by the redstone engine and put into the mixer, as I said before. And we'll see that arriving quite shortly. Okay, as you can see it coming through the system there, I've got an iron pipe here, so the buckets will come down and everything else will just come down through the top. It's important to load the stuff down in through the top because otherwise it will go into the wrong, it might go into the wrong inventory. I think it was doing that before. Now as you can see, the mixer's doing its thing. The dirty galena gravel, which is what you get out of the silver, turns into the clean galena gravel, which goes up through here. As you can see, clean galena chunks. So it's shot up through the system here already and will be over here being cooked. And you notice that you got 2 different ones, one lead and one silver. That's right, and as you can see, they go into their respective crystallizers, pulled out by the sorting machine, which is doing its thing. Now you notice we got 2 out of 1 there. That sometimes happens. Any of these processes can double the system as you go through. So you can get 2 lots out of one grind, 2 lots out of one mix, 2 lots out of one cook, and extra stuff when you do the crystallizer. So once you get one of these systems in place, as you can see, you can increase your ingot level per ore quite dramatically, which is fantastic for what we want. As I said, I had some severe shortages, particularly copper, tin and gold, and not a lot of silver there actually either. Now obviously what I've been doing is just letting this run for a while, then come up and sort these evenly into the system. Now one crystallization phase will use one of these chunks out of each of these slots. So you'll get a minimum of 5, and usually you'll get about 7 or 8 out of this process. So as you can see, you increase your ore levels per your ingot levels per ore quite dramatically. Now out of these you get a crystallized chunk, and that is a bit of a problem because it's a factorization thing. Excuse me for a second. Oh, pardon me. When I sneeze, I really sneeze. Okay, your crystalline chunks will in most cases not go through this pulverizer. So that is why I've got this other system here. We've got a hopper, just in case more than one lot of stuff comes in at a time. I have a further powered furnace up here, which is powered for a pipe going out the back wall there. And that then feeds those ingots, which are not the thermal expansion ingots, into the pulverizer, which grinds them and recooks them into the thermal expansion ingots. So I've only got the one type of stuff all the time. Now I don't have to do that. I could just cook them in there and stick them straight in the chest, but yeah, I like just having the one sort of ingots to deal with rather than having double ups of different types, which is why I've used this system. Anyway, that took me, as you can imagine, an awful lot of time to get going, particularly in that small area up there. I'm really happy with the way it came out. As you can see, I've got redstone engines up there, which are just sucking the stuff out of the crystallizers once they're done. I should have kept some of those crystal ingots. I had them coming into here, but I've cooked them all since, so that's all. They're all gone basically. Yeah, so as you can see, I was down to basically 0 gold, bugger all tin and copper, and I really didn't want to cook the ores up in the standard way until I had this system going so I could get the max out of it. As you can see, I have no more gold ore left. I've got a bit of copper, another stack there which I'll put through next. And there's I don't actually think you can do this ferrous ore and some of the other stuff. I've got plenty of iron ore. There's no need to put that through the system, although you could if you wanted to. As you can see here, I've actually got 64 blocks of iron there, not counting all the other ones that I've got. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good here. A stack and a half of gold, 2 lots of copper in here, some bronze, silver, a bit of tin. Bit short on tin at the moment, but oh no, there's a stack and a half there. So all that is going very, very well. Alright, down here. Whoop. As you can see, touch a lag and you fall off there. Down here, I actually put one of those barrel interdimensional expansion units onto this thing. So it is really holds a lot now. Where are we? 420. That'll hold about 1,000 stacks. So yeah, that will hold an awful lot. So I could pretty much get rid of all these other barrels here and just chuck them in there. Dirt. This one here is full. So I chucked another couple of barrels on there. I won't need any more than that. And you can see the area that the turtle has got all those resources out of. Rightio. I don't really want to go any further over in that direction because it's basically under a river which will fill this whole thing up with water. I could just fill it in afterwards, but that's just annoying. Actually, I could probably just start lower and dig it out there, which is something that I may do. That zombie down there has been there for absolutely yonks. I don't know what he's doing there, partying on. But yeah, he seems friendly enough down there while I'm not there near him, so he can stay. I can only assume, because I don't have Optifine installed, that he's actually hanging onto a block and he's not going to despawn until it's gone. As you can see from here, we've got a few flashy ores down there. I haven't really had a look at this one that's just been dug, and as you can see, I haven't lit it up down there either. So yeah, I do plan to use this big area, or a big area like this, when I do my full-on base. But I'll probably build a quarry for that rather than use the turtle. One of the problems with digging these areas out using a turtle is that you basically have to be logged in as long as the turtle's on. So if you're on a multiplayer server or something like that, fantastic. If you're just like me, playing on me Pat Malone, it can be a bit of a bugger because every time you log out, the turtle will stop and you've basically got to start him again. Now, because I want him to dump all this stuff into the trunk, I'm pretty sure I've got to bring him back up and start him from there. And my programming is not good enough to do anything else, so that's why I'm probably going to go to a quarry for my actual base. Anyhow, that's an update. Probably doesn't seem very long, but there is an awful lot of work being done in between the last episode and this one. As you can see, I've got to, until I get that chunk loader built, I'm going to have to keep travelling backwards and forwards into the nether to get more lava. Now this tank here, being huge, is going to last me for a good long time. Love you. Very nice. If that was disturbing to some people, I apologise. As you can see, the MFE and the back box are keeping nice and full all the time. And I can quite safely pull all this stuff down. So next time you have a look down here, basically this system will no longer be here. I will have a spare magma crucible somewhere. Not really sure where yet, or what I'll do with it. I might actually set up one of those things where you can, and I'll probably put it in the nether once I've got it chunk loaded, where I can turn this stuff in and put the magma directly into one of those industrial centrifuges and get good stuff out of it that way. Anyhow, this is Dadovitchnic, and I am signing off. Cheers.